Hi, I'm Daryl Longworth, Chief of the Woodstock Police Service. Late last night, the Government of Ontario released the regulations under the provincial state of emergency stay-at-home order. I understand that there are many questions and perhaps some anxiety in the community surrounding what enforcement will look like in relation to this order. As a police community, we too have posed some questions to the government about the legislation and are awaiting some clarification. I want to dispel some myths and rumors that may be out there. Our officers do not have the authority to stop vehicles or pedestrians for the sole purpose of enforcing these regulations. I want to assure members of the public that our officers will be well versed in what authorities they have pursuant to the new order and will use common sense and will be extremely cautious in ensuring that they do not operate outside of those authorities. We continue to be committed to safeguarding the fundamental rights guaranteed by the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, while at the same time ensuring the safety and security of all persons. Although we have conducted some proactive education in partnership with our Woodstock bylaw and Southwest Public Health members, our police response throughout this pandemic has been largely complaint-based. Over the past year, we've responded to nearly 500 complaints related to violations of the restrictions. The complaints received and the charges laid thus far have related predominantly to gatherings that exceed the number permitted. I want to thank everyone in the community who, for the most part, have complied with the previous restrictions with the goal of protecting themselves and their community. The intent of this emergency order is to stop the spread of the virus and keep people safe through the collective actions of our community, our entire community. What I'm hoping for is that members of the community will work with us and comply with the requests made within the stay-at-home order, so that the police response will not be required. Our officers are human beings who live and raise families in this community. They do not take pleasure in having to charge members of the public for violations of this order. However, we recognize that we as police officers do have a role to play in keeping the community safe during this pandemic. We will continue to address violations of restrictions and orders. As of 12:01 a.m. this morning, no indoor gatherings beyond your immediate household are permitted, and outdoor gatherings will be limited to 5 people. Gathering limits are in place for the health and well-being of everyone, and our officers will take appropriate action when our community is put at risk. Yesterday, our communications staff was overwhelmed with phone calls and questions from the public regarding restrictions. We have put up information related to the regulations on our website at www.woodstockpolice.ca, and additional information is available on the Government of Ontario website, and we have links to that on our website as well. I would encourage you to look at those resources first to answer your questions and allow our communicators to focus their time on receiving and dispatching emergency calls for service. Finally, I would like to thank the members of the Woodstock Police Service who have been actively managing this difficult, complex, and at times confusing situation for many months now. Your dedication and leadership are commendable and appreciated. Thank you very much.